Hello, it's Jay Foss back with another Hero of the Month overview. I apologize for this one being late. I've been busy in real life, but let's get into the overview of, I will call him Klaern. I know that's probably not correct, but he is a sorcerer, which is a decent class, and it used to be not very competitive. It's probably in the middle now for competitiveness. We don't know the 2022 family bonus yet. Innate resistance against mana reduction. This is direct mana reduction like Leiju and regular Leonidas. It's where they actually cut and attack your mana. Blocking special skills is like silence, mindless, things like that. I will note that this does not, neither one of these block mana generation. So direct mana reduction block the use of special skills, but doesn't block mana generation like Little John or Mist or something like that. So getting into his stats, 762 of the, and if you haven't seen my reviews before, if they have a costume, I basically count 3 versions. The base version, you have the costume that's max but you're not wearing it, and then the costume, by my count, there are 74 blue 5 stars. Klaern's attack ranks 33rd, so slightly above average. His defense ranks 32, slightly above average. And his HP ranks 30th, so stat-wise, he's slightly above average. And the passives are good. So, getting into the stuff I don't really like about him, 240% damage to all. Just isn't that much in the era of fast heroes that hit all. If you plug in the damage equation, this is less upfront damage than the regular Isarnia from Season 1. And she gives a very powerful secondary effect of minus defense. He does have a little bit of a damage over time, but it's very slow developing. And the fact that it only heals the caster doesn't really help very much. The Elemental Link always helps, but yeah, not a super standout link. It would help more on a better hero. So I don't like this hero. I don't see a lot of use anywhere for this hero. The passives, this passive in particular may, and him being slow may lead you to say, hey, he's going to be good in rush against Alfric, which is not untrue, but the reality is you're fighting a bunch of Alfrics in your alliance, you probably have better options than this anyway. I just don't like this hero at all. I think this is, I was trying to think of it this way, like what, of all the blue heroes, and I'm not going to read them all, I'm just going to glance at it in the background while I'm talking about this, like, I think I would honestly do Isarnia above this guy, even though his stats are way better, because Isarnia has minus defense. Isarnia is the blue hero from Season 1. I'd probably honestly do Magni because of the speed. I'm probably missing one. Let me know in the comments if I'm missing one, but the only heroes I'd really consider him doing ahead of would be Richard and Thorn, even then, and that's the base version. I'd probably do Richard and Thorn just because they're faster, and then maybe you get the costume in the future. Whereas buffing Hero of the Months doesn't really happen very often. If you think back in the last year, I mean, I can't think of any of the Hero of the Months they've buffed. And they nerfed Frost, Yang Mai, Maligna, Divana, and Elridir. They nerfed those heroes. So, given they nerfed all them, I can't imagine this guy being in line for a buff very soon. In beta, we unanimously, in this case, basically say he's too weak. And I think that's where he stands. He's on the lower end of 5 stars. Like, even looking at the bottom of the barrel, like, I'd do Exira first. Exira is from Underwild. Yeah, and I'd probably do Isarnia instead of the minus defense. You know, maybe a Titan Fighter or Mythic Titan Fighter or a setup for Rush when you get a better blue later. But We'll give him borderline passability and rush. But this is a disappointing one. I think this is one of the, relative to when he got released, like, this just isn't very good. Like, even going into the damage, less upfront damage than regular Isarnia. You look at a hero like Crystallis, who's from Villains, who's fast, who does about 75% of the damage he does, but has a great family bonus. Any hero that does less is faster and has a powerful effect. I'd honestly even prefer a hero like Rumpelstiltskin, where at least something good could happen. The damage for this era of the game is not good enough for slow. The dot is damage over time is way too slow to develop. I think this is one of the 5 worst blues in the game overall for 5 stars. And for me, the only heroes I consider doing him ahead of would be regular Richard and regular Thorn. And even then, that's iffy, depending on if you have the troops to get Richard and Thorn in 9 tiles. Yeah, this just isn't in the modern era. This is like a worse version of Anzog from almost 3 years ago. Anzog was the red orc character that was average speed, attacked all, and healed all. And this is a worse version of that, in my opinion. So maybe outside of some fringe use and rush, I don't really see much use at all in this character, unless it's like your very first 5-star. And if it's your very first 5-star, I'd probably still wait until you had 10 or 12 telescopes before even leveling him. So it's a disappointing hero of the month. Let me know if you find some weird synergy form that works. I looked on Reddit and the forums and in line to see if anybody was finding some sort of hidden gem use for him, but I honestly think the developers are overvaluing these passives. These are good passives, but they don't make up for the fact that in the modern era of the game, this guy could literally be fast and be balanced. And if you made him average, I think that would be average speed. I think that would be appropriate. But yeah, he could be fast speed and it would not be overpowered now. So those are my thoughts. Hopefully you get someone better than him. I don't think he's worth leveling for almost all cases. If you do find out a use for him, let me know. Thanks for watching.